And we are live.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Give people a second to pop in. So welcome anybody that's here. Looks like Elaine's here.
That's
Is
cool.
Elaine here?
Ooh, hi, Elaine.
Ooh,
In the
hello.
comments. Hi all, perfect timing, Gavin James.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I was watching
okay.
Gavin and James as well. They were talking about the Arabian Nights.
Ah, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, they were reading Arabian Nights for me. You made some
Sinbad.
folks watching Lost. Love this book too, community. So welcome if you tune in live or if you're catching it on the replay to the 11th episode of the Lost Watchalong.
Wow.
So today, I forgot to fix the banner. Today, let me fix this real quick. I got the wrong.
Yeah, just so I don't spoil anything.
I know, right? We need this for Gareth, not for anybody watching. For Gareth. Okay, here we go. All right. Is that right?
Okay.
Episode 15.
Yeah.
So
I've got
That's
it. I've got it.
better.
I remember episode 15.
So today we're reviewing season 2, episodes 13 to 15. So please no spoilers beyond season 2, episode 15
Mm-hmm.
in the chat and Gareth. And
Yes.
okay, so what was 13? That was the long con. So this
also known as the episode where all the men on the island act like idiots.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of testosterone in this episode for sure.
There is, and it doesn't do anybody any good.
No, it makes them look like idiots.
I guess I watched this one a week ago, so I'm not remembering all the who was being an idiot.
Jack was being an idiot. Locke was being an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy. Yeah.
Okay, so I have some notes. Let's see. So Sawyer is kind of like losing it a little bit. He's kind of unsure of himself, and we think that in the beginning maybe it's real, but in retrospect, you think that it's a part of the shenanigans he's about to engage in. The weapons go missing. Right? Is that this episode where the weapons go missing?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're stolen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's a little bit of panic that comes through the camp. Jack and Locke, there's a lot of tension and there's a lot of play as to who's the number one that should be the leader, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys take on that?
There's a little of
the
that.
whole control thing.
Yeah, there's a little of that going on because Locke and Jack have kind of emerged as these de facto leaders, but they have a hard time working together.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And they don't see eye to eye, and that leads to some trouble in this episode.
And it's interesting that last week when they talked about building an army, I remember thinking, I don't remember that. But I don't remember that because they didn't really manage to do that very well. Because they're saying at the beginning of this episode, no one wants to join the army. And it was like, yes, of course. And I couldn't remember a lot of the plot of this episode, but that does explain why I didn't remember the army.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't really go very far.
They don't want to. Yeah, they're not scared enough. Yeah.
It's funny because I genuinely. So it seems like Locke and Jack are kind of at their throats because they think so differently. Mm-hmm. But at times it almost feels like they are at their throats because they think so alike. It's kind of weird. So it's kind of fluctuates between the two, and I'm always kind of confused about their personalities, if they know who they are really. Kind of.
And Locke's mannerisms are deceptive because he looks really calm, but he's not. He's really intense. Mm. But the way he delivers his requests to do stuff. I've got my wife throwing things at me. Hello. That means that sometimes it looks like they're quite different, but they're not necessarily.
Yeah.
This is also. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go. You go.
I was also gonna say this is also where you really see how much Locke is faking it because you can really tell. Oh, he's just book smart, but Sawyer, he's smart because he really just played everyone. And then, I mean, that kind of made me laugh at the end when he just, confronts everyone. He's like, "You took my stuff."
Yeah.
It was just like this whole thing just because they took it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I went out to save everyone, and you took my stuff.
Yeah. Very it's my ball and I'm not playing.
I want to be that petty when I grow up. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful place to be, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
on.
we let's not forget how Sawyer and Charlie, we find out at the end, but Sawyer and Charlie teamed up for shenanigans with Sun. So they're trying to make it look as if maybe the camp is under attack, that maybe the others are coming for another one. And they carry it out very similar to how the others were. They left, the hood behind and all that stuff. And then we find out at the end that it was Charlie.
Yeah.
I did not see that coming.
Yeah, I forgot that as well.
I remember the first time I saw the episode that I was surprised as well.
Yeah. And
I thought
was
it was
like,
Anna Lucia for the entire thing this time, and I've seen it 3 times.
You just put it out of your mind. This whole episode.
Yeah.
So, Michelle Rodriguez is a convincing villain, even though she's not a villain.
Right.
But,
right.
She gives those vibes.
Yeah, and Sawyer's speech, I will say, Sawyer manning up and really taking control from his viewpoint of the camp, saying, I got the guns. I got all the guns now, and y'all are going to listen to me, But then I won't jump ahead to the next episode, but he's got a little bit of, all right, I made my line in the sand. I have some power now, and now we're going to play by my rules.
Yeah.
But it was out of character for me as a viewer to see him like that, because I've seen him, in his con stages and all that. And this is the episode where they did the flashback when he was in the relationship with the lady that had, was it 600,000 or something like that? Was this episode? Okay.
Yeah. The Fear the Walking Dead mom. Yeah.
Yeah. Kim Dickens. Yeah. Amazing.
And he really did play her. He played her. He played her in a way that, he revealed himself as a con, but he was still playing her the whole time. And that's the art of criminological thinking right there.
But that's also the script writers playing us.
Yeah. And I think that's a wonderful thing as a viewer, that these episodes, there's always something that flips. There's always something that changes your perspective. There's always some little added extra or some different angle that you get that may make you think of a character differently. And I appreciate that. Because I do not want to be bored watching a TV show. Yeah.
Yeah, this was kind of the right timing to inject this in of like a third power player, I guess, because it's this sort of those two getting established as the leader, Jack and Locke getting established as the leaders. That like sort of quiet tension building between these two leaders has been going for episodes now, and they were clearly the top two, making the decisions. And I think this was right when the two of them decided they're the only ones with the combination to the armory, and they put all the guns and all the drugs and everything in there, and they're like really acting like they get to decide everything. And
right.
And
but
then
it continued the thing about the combination that happened before, because Locke changes the combination because he thinks Jack's going to go all out
war
with Anna Lucia. So it was like a continuation of that, wasn't it? Where they decided to do that, and then neither of them wanted to actually do that. So
I think for Charlie, Charlie's part in it was a little more petty. You know what I mean? Like he just felt like he got dumped on or wasn't respected, whatever. But for Sawyer, it was much more, I think, about much more about control. Like he was losing it, and he wants it. So,
but the thing for Charlie, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say
Okay.
for Charlie, he's been ousted by the
Mhm.
by the beach crowd and the cave crowd, and this is his way of kind of like getting back a little bit, because you would think you're not gonna drag your friend, you know, to make them think that they're gonna get hurt, and she's gonna fight you to get away. Now, whether he played and let go so she could get away to make the whole thing, you know, like a huge scenario. But for him to do that, you cross a line. You know, I would not do something like that to one of you guys if we were on an island. You know,
Oh, that's good to know.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like
reassuring.
like if you're friends, you've been there for what 50 some days now. I think Sun helped with, you know, probably a lot of stuff that maybe Charlie didn't realize or maybe, you know, took for granted. But you know, she's a key piece of you know, the community, and you're gonna do that to her, and you're not gonna like feel remorse or regret over it. You flipped a switch somewhere.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Well, I think in this episode, Charlie was not well served. I just find it. I found it hard to believe that Charlie would cross that line, but he did in the story. There are a couple of things going on, I think, at this point in the season. For one thing, the creators of the show were not able to get an end date for the show from the studio, from ABC, because, and so for all they knew, this show was a huge hit, and at this point, they didn't know how long the show was going to last, and so they had to stretch some things out, and so with Charlie and Sawyer, they had to kind of pull those characters back a little bit to where they were last season or a little earlier, to kind of give their story more time to grow. And Charlie is a character that's crossed some lines in the past because of his drug use. And at this point, he is a desperate character. He is not on drugs, but he's still dealing with not being on drugs. And he's dealing with losing Claire and the baby and being ostracized. And to make everything worse, he gets his ass kicked by Locke.
Yeah.
You know? Which I think for him is that's just too much. Yeah. And so that's what motivates him to do this, to make Locke look like an idiot, which he does. He looks like an idiot.
Yeah.
And with Sawyer, they had a hard time, I think, with Sawyer, because you can't make him too bad because he's just too damn likable. No matter what he does, you know, you're gonna like him because he's Sawyer. And he's a complex character because on the one hand, he feels undeserving of anybody liking him. And Kate's right. Part of him does want to be hated because he thinks that's what he deserves because of all the bad stuff that he's done. But on the other side, he doesn't want to be hated. So he's conflicted. Yeah. And you see some of that conflict, I think, in the next episode, or a couple episodes from now. I can't remember.
But they manage to always navigate that, don't they? There's always
they do.
He stays complex, and I think they do that really well.
I think it's at the end of either this episode or maybe the beginning of the next one. But when Kate confronts him, saying, "Why'd you do that?" and he just says, "Well, you run Icon. This is how we are," and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And then you see Kate gets it because she quits. She's like, "Yeah, like it."
Yeah. And he gives her a gun when she asks for it. You know, he's still got a sweet spot. He's still our Sawyer that we like.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Kendall Roy says Charlie's downfall from my fave character in season 1 to my least fave in season 2. Should be studied. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he was definitely more likable in season 1. That's for sure.
I don't think he goes all the way back to least favorite. I don't think he's that bad in season 2, but yeah. I could see how he can go down a couple pegs.
And it's not just a couple pegs, like he drops. He drops back, you know?
Yeah, he dropped.
True.
All right, should we move on to the next one?
At this point.
I've got a few things to say about this episode.
Yeah.
So, there's an actor cameo, which you've already mentioned, with Kim Dickens from Fear the Walking Dead. But there's also an in-house cameo because you get Kate's mum in the diner.
Yeah.
That's right. Kate's
Yeah.
mom's in the diner. Yeah.
That's true.
That was really cool. I was like, oh my
Mhm.
god.
Yeah.
And
There's so much of that in this show.
Yeah.
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 But also something I noticed straight away, and I was like, no way. And it's directed by Roxanne Dawson, who was B'Elanna Torres in Star Trek Voyager.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She's done a
Okay.
load.
She's directed a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but she directed that episode. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. Underrated Star Trek character, I'd say.
Kate's mom in the diner. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Kate's mom.
She's the
Yep.
waitress when Sawyer and his con man friend are kind of scheming.
Yeah.
Kevin
Flashback.
Dunn. I like Kevin Dunn.
Plotting
Yeah.
and scheming.
He was the
Scheming
dad
and
in Four
scamming.
Soldiers.
Also, Kate's mom kind of looked at that age that she would have been when Kate came to see her to say, "I'm leaving." So now I'm thinking, man, Kate and Sawyer kind of missed each other.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
a few days apart, who knows?
Yeah.
There's a lot of that going on in this show.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of near misses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we get more of that, I think, in the very next episode, actually.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Cool.
this set of episodes really bumped
Oh,
it up,
yeah.
the whole crossover thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was. Oh, and also there was the another running joke with Stephen Scott. Someone mentions one of them, and the other one goes, "No, that's Steve, not Scott." Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Running joke.
Oh yeah, when Libby Anna Lucy is like, "Yeah, I got them, and for the
Yeah.
army or something." Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's quite good because obviously that is a joke that's coming off the idea that the viewers and the writers know they can't have all the characters in it all the time.
Yeah.
So it's just, making a joke out of it.
Yeah, this episode I didn't think was the best, but I certainly think it was far, far better than the last episode.
Agree.
Yeah, the last episode was just, but this one, it did have some stuff in it that was really, really good. And it had some of those, I saw it before once years ago, but still it surprised me in certain spots.
Yeah.
So,
I like the
you know,
backstory
it was-
stuff. So the actual con I thought was brilliant.
oh, it's so good, so well done.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the actor who plays Sawyer, what's his name?
Josh.
Holloway?
I'm forgetting.
Josh Holloway.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh Holloway. He is a really good actor. For an actor who used to be a model,
Yeah.
he's really, really good.
Mhm.
And
There's loads going on in his face.
Yeah.
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 Good stuff.
Mhm.
TV and film acting is all about the face.
Modeling too.
Yeah, modeling's about the face. Yeah, in a different way. You can just naturally look good, can't you? But yeah,
Mhm.
he does a lot with it. So yeah. Should we go on to the
which
next
has
one?
one really funny thing in this episode. He's like, I'll put this Band-Aid on my nose, and that's the only thing people will remember. I'm like,
Right.
I don't know about that.
It's like when superheroes put a little mask on and it's like, whoop,
Exactly.
invisible.
No one will recognize me. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, Kendall's saying the last episode was something else. Yeah, we talk about it in the previous one. I don't think any of us were a fan of the last one.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Unnecessary.
All right, so
evil.
Yeah,
So we go to the next one, the episode
Sure.
14,
Sure.
one of
one of
them.
them. Oh, big change.
Yeah.
Okay, so
He's
this is the tree frog, right? This is the tree frog episode.
The tree frog episode, yeah.
Okay, so we start off with the whole tree frog situation. There's a little bit of humor they're trying to slide in. And at this point, I forgot that people are pissed at Sawyer. Like I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot. that
Everybody's pissed at Sawyer at this point.
I know, because it was a couple days between the last episode and this episode, and I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to be bad at him because he did that thing. And then we see Rousseau is stalking in the woods, and she's stalking for something, and I have it in parentheses. She's not right.
He's not.
Okay, then we have Henry is hanging in a trap, and I remember him. I remember him from the first go around with this show. How I remember him, I don't know, but he was very Hannibal Lecter-y, creepy, not a lot of emotion. Like there's something with him.
So you know that this character sticks around.
Yeah, well, I would say yes, but I don't know where I hopped in on this show. That's the only.
You don't remember how
I
many?
think it was
episodes
towards
you
the end, huh?
MJ, do you remember how many episodes you watched when you first watched it?
It probably was seasons. It
You
probably was
watched a couple of
seasons.
seasons.
Yeah. No. How many episodes I watched?
Yeah, how many?
I think I listened to the podcast more than I watched the show. I think I probably saw 3 episodes.
So you watched it like Elaine's watching.
But I went through it with like a podcast because I thought the podcast guys were entertaining. Okay, so Henry gets shot with an arrow. Jack is fixing Henry. Henry's being detained. Now we roll into Saeed's backstory. When Saeed does the thing, Celeste, you'll appreciate this. I'm sorry, guys, but when a woman puts her hair in a ponytail, you're gonna get shit done. And Saeed puts his hair in a ponytail. He puts his hair in a ponytail before he goes in to start torturing him.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is it. And I said, those writers are brilliant because the women viewers are totally gonna get it. And he said,
I used to have a ponytail myself, so I do get it as well. I used to have hair down. I had hair down to my bum at one point.
And Saeed says,
and would you always put it in a ponytail when you were about to get shit done?
Yeah, when I was gonna get shit done. Yeah.
Time to string my guitar. Woo!
Saeed doing a ponytail and saying doing what must be done. No one gets, but it's a woman on a mission, basically. So Saeed comes to terms where he knows and accepts exactly who he is, and there's a torturer inside of him, and he's made peace with that. He knows that this is a part of who he is. Sawyer is a buzzkill. He's a buzzkill. Not a fan of Sawyer at this point. Poor frog, I wrote. Jack knows Locke's weakness. Because when we're towards the end and Jack's like, what's the code? And Locke's like, and then the ticker starts going. And he's like, okay, okay, we're going to see what happens. All right, we're going to play chicken. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Locke, because nothing's going to happen. But go ahead, press your luck. And,
Yeah, Locke's like, oh, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Right. So as Locke is pressing in the numbers, it hits critical. We're at DEF CON, whatever. And now we see symbols.
Yeah.
I screenshotted it because I'm like, all right, I want to know what these are. So, and we got all the way down to like 1. There was 1 left that had to flip and it didn't because he hit it in time. So that means something. It's a symbol for something. I don't know what, but it's something. And then I said, go ahead.
So can I just interrupt you for a sec? So I took a picture of it as well.
I did too.
And I fed it into, they look like hieroglyphs to me. You know?
Yeah.
So I fed it into ChatGPT without much of a prompt. I just said, what do these symbols mean? And what did it tell you?
Well, I said, I'm like, I call mine Nigel. I'm like, Nigel, this is the episode I'm at. Do not spoil anything to me. And he's like, oh, MJ, it's more of a mood. It's more of a vibe. I'm like, that doesn't help me.
Nigel is a great bloke.
I know. Because I tell him, I'm like, don't spoil it. I don't want, don't be like Gareth. Don't spoil anything.
His first reaction for me was it thought they were symbols from appliances. And it was like giving me meanings for like different, like one means like the heat is on or something like that. I'm like, no.
AI is
hieroglyphs.
That's weird. Yeah. Did you tell him that you're watching the show Lost? So they
no, I didn't.
Well, there you go.
So then I prompted it for if they were hieroglyphs, and it came with, it didn't recognize them. It came back with some weird interpretations.
Yeah.
I was gonna.
So there's something, and I thought it was very cool how they handled it because there was a lot of tension as a viewer, and I'm like, oh my god, what's gonna happen?
Well, can I ask you, MJ, because it's different for you because we've seen it, but do you, when they keep pressing the button, because they have to do it every 108 minutes, do you feel like this is an accident waiting to happen? They're not going to press the button at some point. Do you feel like that, or do you feel like something else will happen?
I feel that if it's Locke behind there, he's not going to let the big bad happen, whatever the big bad is. So I feel confident that if the button is always going to get pressed. Right. That's where I'm at as a viewer.
Okay.
So when that almost didn't happen, I started stressing, and I'm like, oh my god, is Jack and Locke really doing this? Like for real? like Jack is such a jerk. But yeah,
So you'd be like, or you'd be sitting next to the
hit
screen.
those buttons.
You'd be pressing the button. You'd be like, something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'll tell
I'm
you what,
superstitious.
I freaked out, even though again, so because there's so little there's so much we don't remember. I freaked out for a second when I watched it because I wasn't ready for any, and all of a sudden I see it run out and all the symbols pop up. And I'm like, whoa, wait a second.
Like,
wait,
what? Did we hit jackpot?
What's happening?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Boone.
Boone.
He's Boone, yeah.
Gareth currently organizing my tweet box and listening. You're the way you were commenting like she's watching it.
Yeah.
Bob used to have hair that long and a beard. I love the symbols.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that's what they look like.
Yeah.
But nobody knows. Does anybody know what they mean and is not saying because of spoilers? Or
No,
I didn't know.
I just don't remember.
Yeah, I read about it, but I can't remember either.
I've got my hunch is that this is one of the many times they just slap something on it. You know, I don't really think it means anything.
yeah.
It has to mean something. Look at the writer.
Yeah,
you know what
I
I mean?
don't think that's how they write it.
Nothing is just by folly. There's always there's a meaning behind everything, even if it's something stupid and small.
Yeah. Oh, so hold on.
No,
Kendall
no.
No, we don't want to know what they say.
No.
Okay. All right.
We're not
Don't
supposed
say
to
it.
know.
Well, I mean, we let Celeste translate the French for us, but that's okay.
Only because I knew it wasn't a spoiler, but
That's different.
Can I ask?
The symbols mean hit the button, you idiot. That's what the symbols mean.
Right.
We're all gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask?
Jack sucks. That's what it says.
Yeah, hold it back, Kendall. Thanks.
Was this the first time we saw Clancy Brown? I can't remember. Have we seen Clancy Brown before?
Which one's Clancy Brown?
Clancy Brown is he was the Kurgan in Highlander, and he was in Shawshank Redemption. And
this is the first time we see him in this show.
First time, right?
This is his first appearance here.
Yeah, so he's in the flashback with Saeed. He's the one that's basically kind of ordering him about. You know, the guy with the incredible voice. He's got one of the best voices in Hollywood.
Yeah, he's pretty much good in everything, and he's really good here. Yeah.
He's one of my favorite actors. He's also one of the characters in SpongeBob. But
wait, the one that gets him to torture, the one that gets Saeed to torture his previous colleague,
Clancy Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, arguably one of the greatest villains of all time in Highlander.
So we went.
Go on.
Saeed first, came across Kate's dad, who couldn't get him to do anything, and then we get the Kurgan. Yeah.
Right, okay, let me get it. Yeah, because he's really bad in Starship Troopers as well, and he plays the villain a lot.
He's always bad. Yeah.
But he's not because he's not quite a villain, is he, in Lost, really? Because he's this guy. But yeah, but it was great seeing Clancy Brown anyway. I love that actor, so awesome. But I couldn't remember if it was the first time or not. Just gets confusing, doesn't it? All these backstories.
Right.
Confusing.
Did you guys get that moment when the American troops are dropping off site in the middle of the nowhere after he did the torture thing, and he's talking to another soldier in the truck, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I got a daughter home," and it's a picture of Kate, and you see it's Kate's dad.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was Kate's dad.
Yeah. That was really cool. I did not catch it the first time.
That's so funny.
But that's what you were saying, Mike, about how there's more of this.
Yeah.
Crossing streams thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because that's how life is.
Yeah.
It's
true.
Yeah.
But we'll never know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You don't know. Wow.
So that I think was probably my favorite of the three that we watched.
Really?
Oh, this one?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Okay.
More than 15?
The what?
More than the next one. You didn't like the next one as much?
Not as much, but I mean, I liked it. There was just a lot going on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have a penchant for the next one, but I'll tell you when we get there.
Well, I like this one because this has finally has the arrival of one of my favorite characters. and
Henry Gale.
and he's so good right from the start.
Mhm.
And eventually, I can't remember when, but he eventually won an Emmy for this show,
yeah,
and he
did.
deserved it because he's so good.
Mhm.
He's just
Yeah.
such a good actor. And he's so good in this role.
And
And,
when you figure out what he's saying, he's going, "What you just meet me and you decide to put me in this prison, and you're going to torture me." I mean,
yeah, everything he says is reasonable.
Yeah.
So why the hell are they treating him? From his perspective, why the hell are they treating him like that? It's crazy. Their behavior is mad.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
It is
But
kind
there's
of.
some.
He's an other. He's an other, right?
Well, he could be another.
God.
He's someone else, that's for sure.
Right. He's an other. He's got to be another.
Time will tell.
Is he
Now, I
even
think-
human?
I think it's the end of.
No one knows.
Yeah.
Someone knows.
Wait, so what's the name of that actor? I forget.
The
Oh,
Henry
God.
character?
The Henry's actor.
I
yeah.
don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh,
I'll look it up.
Okay, thanks.
he was brilliant.
He
in
is so
Perfect
good.
as well, yeah.
So we saw, I think it was the end of this episode, but possibly the beginning of the next one, where we see the brothers Karamazov.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anybody have any
Yeah.
thoughts about why that
Michael Emerson.
Oh, Michael
Emerson,
Emerson. Yes. He did a lot with Terry O'Quinn too, I think, after the show.
Yeah.
The actor who plays Locke.
Mm,
Yeah. I think they did a few projects together.
cool.
Anyway, yeah. I didn't read the Brothers Karamazov, so I can't
Yeah, I don't know
remember
much
what
about
it's
the plot.
about.
The Brothers Karamazov is a great book, by the way. It's considered one of the greatest books ever written, as far as greatest novels ever written, and I think it deserves it. It's a fantastic book, complex characters, lots of stuff going on. It's on the face of it a murder mystery.
Mm-hmm.
A guy gets killed, and possibly one of his sons is the murderer. But of course, it's much, much, much more than that. It's a fantastic book.
Any thoughts?
Better than Hemingway, by the way.
Can you relate it to the show without
Yeah.
spoiling anything? Like, can you relate it to the show, or is it just random that it's that book?
Is there an
No, I
obvious
don't
reason?
It's not random, I'm sure, but I can't think of why. Because
We are
there's
so generous to the show's writers, aren't we? We're like, well, it's our fault we can't.
What are
see
they
it.
thinking?
There must be a reason.
there probably is a reason, and it probably has something to do with the characters, because the characters aren't always what they seem, and there's stuff like that going on. But it's hard to see what exactly they were thinking.
Okay.
But there's definitely a reason. I just don't know what it is.
Okay.
Maybe it was more about the relationship between who wrote the Brothers Karamazov?
Dostoevsky.
Dostoevsky. Okay, maybe it was more about a commentary between him and Hemingway, like they were doing in a show, rather than about the actual book.
Side question, Mike: is it better than Crime and Punishment?
Yes,
it is. Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So Henry.
I don't know. Do I know Dr. Arts? I don't know.
Yeah,
Dr.
yeah.
One that got blown up.
Exploded.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's a science teacher who was
Dynamite
really
guy.
annoying. Yeah.
Dynamite guy.
Went out with a bang, that Arts.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kendall must have been joking then, surely.
Uh-huh.
Surely no one liked it. He was a bad image for teachers. Like obnoxious know-it-all. But I've got someone at work that works like that, actually, thinking about it.
Should we move into 15 since we're kind of tiptoeing over there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, these two episodes with the Gale stuff kind of go together.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
The Gale stuff kind of goes across these two episodes. But Claire's backstory is more and is definitely all in the third. And that stuff was great. I remember I remember watching that episode for the first time and just being riveted, because this was what I wanted, to get just a little bit more about the others and more of that stuff. I wanted more of that stuff, and we got it, and it was good. Yeah.
And then the first time Ethan turns around and he's in it, you're like, oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I knew it as soon as you hear his voice. It's Ethan.
Yeah, the voice.
Yeah.
Mm.
That was so cool. And and is that because that would have happened just for a few days, and she didn't remember any of it. We didn't know what happened in that gap. Now we're discovering what was happening, and that was really cool because it's obviously answering some of the mystery of that had happened in previous episodes, which is cool.
And she was there for 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, I think it was 2 weeks. Yeah.
And I thought the regression, doing the regression, hypnosis, whatever, was chef's kiss brilliant. Chef's kiss brilliant.
That was Libby.
The way that the memories popped right back into her head, and the way that she was having panic attacks and freaking out at the knowledge as to what she went through. Oh, good God. Just really good. And that needle scene. Oh,
Yeah.
horrible.
What did you, MJ? What did you think? Is again, it's different for us. What did you think when that teenage girl kept appearing in the visions?
I wasn't sure, but then when Claire said at the end, there was a teenage girl there that helped me. She wasn't like them. And you can see it clicked with Rousseau that's Alex. I thought Alex was a boy the whole time.
Yeah, I think it was
I
deliberately.
think everybody did.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So now you've met Alex, which is cool.
Yeah. Do we see Alex more, or is that just like a one and done thing? Oh.
You ask these questions, but you don't really want us to tell you.
Yeah.
If I was shaking the magic 8-ball, I would say likelihood is high.
Okay.
Actually, ask again later.
You'd have a go at me for spoiling it, eh?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying that it seems like there would be a high likelihood that this character would return. It doesn't seem like she would.
Can I just say, I really think the casting is good. She looks like a younger version of Mia Furlan. I think you can see the genetics. I don't know.
Yeah, but you don't put 2 and 2 together until it clicks at the end.
Yeah, she doesn't have the feral insanity, but otherwise, there's a slight.
No, just her look is right. I think
because when I'm watching this, right? So all right, so Kate gets a gun, and Claire's using a wooden bench, a tree. She remembers that she sat there with Ethan. She's like, "There's an entrance here somewhere. It's somewhere here." They find it. The doors are unlocked. They go in, and it's another part of the Dharma, whatever. It's another part of the hatch. So when they're down there, it's almost as if it's abandoned. Like, where is everybody?
Yeah, it is abandoned. They left,
So their little dirty outfits, their little cult clothes are hanging up in the lockers real nice. And Kate just happens to pick the one that has the, the stuff in there. And then, of course, Newsy Kate, she's got to pull out a box and see what's in the box. And then there's a beard with theater glue. And I'm like, is that the dude with the beard that Garrett said, "Oh, my son can grow a beard in 3 months"? Like, is that the beard that they're talking about?
Yeah.
There's so many questions, but now it's like, where's everybody at? Where are they?
I think they probably, as soon as Kate escaped and left, and what happened with Ethan happened, I think they just abandoned that facility because there was too much of a chance that it would be found. What they were using the facility for was no longer relevant because they didn't have Kate. I mean, they didn't have Claire, and the baby was gone. So it's like, let's just cut and we'll leave this and go back to wherever they are, because they were using that place specifically for Claire.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, okay, so like the IKEA baby room, like where did all that stuff come from? And
it came from IKEA.
Because IKEA has drones now.
He's like, where did all this come from? And I forget what he said, but he gave a slick answer like, oh, we have ways of making things appear. And I'm thinking, oh God, it's the freaking island or something.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
It would be too overwhelming for.
There's no shipping, like you can get that.
I remember when I was watching this for the first time, it answered some things that I suspected about the others, and one thing is that their wild outfits and the beards, that was all bullshit, right?
Yeah.
And that we pretty much knew that from the way the others that we, Ethan and Goodwin, we pretty much knew that not only are they not feral wild people, but they do have, if not contact, they have knowledge of the outside world, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Because
they are
when
not what they're presenting themselves to be. And this episode confirms that. And it also seems to confirm or imply, because they do have all of this stuff, that there is some kind of contact between the others and the outside world. Or at least if there is not contact now, at least there was at one time. So does all of this stuff, all the baby stuff and all of that, come from the Dharma initiative from back in the day? The facility is clearly an abandoned Dharma facility.
Yeah.
So is all of this stuff in there, is that from Dharma as well? Probably not.
Right.
And we knew that from the freaking washing machine in the hatch.
Yes.
Which is not that old. Everything else is old, but that is not.
Yeah.
So there is some contact between the outside world, most likely.
Yeah. Because I mean that mobile over the crib with the Oceana planes, I mean, come on.
That was kind of dark though, to have a baby and like put the plane that your mother crashed in as a toy. Like honestly.
And whizzing them around like they're out of control.
One of the things I think that bouncing off what Mike said, that this is more evidence that they are the powerful group as opposed to our main characters who were kind of powerless and like clueless and are kind of at the hands of these people that keep appearing and not appearing, like doing certain things, being very mysterious, and they've got the upper hand, completely got the upper hand, because we don't know who they are, they don't know who they are.
I'm going to disagree a little bit from my perspective because I don't know them. I don't, I'm just have to have little pieces of the puzzle putting together. I'll say they're more connected, but I don't know if they're more powerful because they're putting on a lot of theatrics to make an impression.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So it could be all just
theater.
To get people scared or whatever. Yeah, that's true.
And they have bad taste because that baby room was terrible.
That's what happens when you let Ethan decorate a room. You know,
you can tell. Ethan would.
Okay, so Ethan's role.
Are you asking for spoilers?
No, I'm asking. So in this episode, right? We know he has a job to do, and we know he's playing doctor. Blah blah blah. But did he start to develop something for Claire, or was that a role?
No, I think he started to develop feelings for Claire, even though he knew he shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was genuine when he said, "Oh, I'm going to miss you, Claire, after we, kill you or whatever."
And he's like, "Oh, let's go for a walk," and I'm like, "What the hell's going on with this guy?" Yeah. Because probably she's like the prettiest girl he's ever talked to, and he's like, "Oh, I'm going to miss you, Claire," even though, I'm drugging you right now.
Yeah. Plus, he had to really pretend to get to know her when he was pretending to be a, crash survivor. So he probably didn't.
I thought he was just being nice. I thought he was just, putting on that act of being friends with him. So
he was just continuing to be creepy, Ethan. Let's face
it. Yeah.
Creepy. He just continues to be creepy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
So, you go ahead.
No, I was going to say I've got a quote that I really liked. I think it's when Claire's going through the therapy. I think Libby says to her, "Listen to the waves." Mm-hmm. And I just thought it was lovely because I love living by the sea. I love listening to the waves.
You're a living meditation, Gareth.
Yeah, that's it. I just meditate all day.
Mm-hmm.
I think, honestly, I think Libby should really have some ASMR channel because her voice was so calm.
Yeah.
With the waves too. I would listen to guided meditations by her all day.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about the little piece at the end with Henry planting seeds with Locke.
That's so good.
About who's in charge.
Yeah.
Now,
you're gonna let him do that.
He said He's like, the walls are thin. I can hear everything. So everything that Jock and Locke have been doing, he can hear. So he's playing into this. And he's like, well, it doesn't seem like you're the one in charge. It seems like Jock's in charge.
So
And he shuts the door and it sends him. It sends Locke. Locke comes back and does a desk clearing. And that triggered something in him. And Henry knew how to push the buttons.
Oh yeah, because the camera goes back to Henry, and he's definitely very happy with what he's done.
He's got a bit of a smirk on his face. Yeah.
But
there are a couple great moments like that. Also, there was the moment when Saeed is forced out of the hatch, and you look back, and Henry just gives him that look, that evil look. And as soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh no, this guy is in trouble, because he just had that. Oh,
He's like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
And then you have that moment with Locke, who is easily manipulated. We already know that.
Yeah,
and
so he's manipulating people like mad, but he is easily manipulated.
He is easily manipulated, and
he gave up his liver, or his kidney, or whatever to his father.
Yeah, exactly. And so he's no match. Locke is no match.
No, Henry is borderline, in my opinion. Now, from what I remember, which isn't much, but from this episode, there's diabolical stuff going on.
I mean, he does it so beautifully because he doesn't go through any additional effort to try to persuade him. He just mentions it once, and then it's like, oh, my mistake, and he's acting like he didn't mean to say it,
Oh, and it's so subtle as well, because what I hate it in soap operas when they'll turn to the camera and go, and it'll be just so obvious, and it's just a really subtle smirk that you can hardly see. It's done so well because it's more realistic, and he's not going to just grin at the camera. It's just done beautifully. So that last scene was absolutely brilliant.
So as a viewer, you get a really good impression as to who Henry is.
And that there's something going on, that he is, if he wants to manipulate Locke, then he is into manipulating and having the upper hand.
So before I have to pop out here, I wanted to just mention one other thing here. So we also did, because you all know I'm paying super close attention to the books now. And so in this episode, we saw Sawyer reading one called I only took a picture of the jacket. Now I don't remember what the name of it was. Shoot. I got my book.
This is the one he got Kate to read to him, was it? Yeah, that was funny. That was.
You got somewhere to be.
Yeah. That was great. He was like, "Yeah, I'm fine."
So, what was it called? I wrote it down here.
It's called Out Among the Ice.
Oh, it's called Lancelot by Walker Percy, which I'd never heard of.
Yeah, but Lancelot is he in the old legend, he is the other man between Guinevere and Arthur.
Yes.
And Sawyer is another man in between Jack and Kate. So
you need to watch Caliber.
I thought that was I absolutely straight away thought that was a deliberate book.
But that's not this Lancelot. Now listen to the jacket. Listen to the jacket, and just count the number of relevant references here of what plays into our show. So Lancelot Andrews Lamar, a disenchanted liberal lawyer, finds himself confined in a mental asylum with memories that don't seem worth remembering, until a visit from an old friend and classmate gives him the opportunity to recount his journey of dark violence. It began the day he accidentally discovered he was not the father of his youngest daughter. That discovery touched off his obsessions to reverse the degeneration of modern America and begin a new age of chivalry and romance. With ever-increasing fury, Lancelot became a shining knight, not of romance, but of revenge.
Damn, I want to read that book.
Yeah.
Yeah, screw King Arthur. That's good.
Which I counted 4, right?
references.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of stuff. There was the mental asylum, the not being able to recount memories.
Yeah.
There was some more obscure ones, but I don't know if that's has anything to do. But like
I think
Kate's
the one
dad
about
was not her dad, and
yeah.
Mm.
But it just general, I think too, that the book is about. What was the fourth one? What was the other one you got?
I can't remember.
Well, all the references I could hear were things that haven't happened yet in the show, so I felt like I couldn't comment.
Yeah, but I think it's generally like an exploration of this guy as like he's trying to restore morality, kind of going up insane when he becomes obsessed like with morality, which there's a little bit of that happening in this show.
Oh yeah,
little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would rank these episodes 14, 15, 13. That's my order of favorite.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say I like this one a lot because, well, for one, we get so much more bunker action, but also we finally get an all-girls trip.
Yes.
Finally, that was so cool. I wish we had one sooner, but and we get more of Claire's character because up until now she's been very boring. But
yes,
her
acting, her rage was really good.
Yeah.
Well, we finally get her without Charlie.
Charlie, I don't
Charlie.
Don't take the bait, Charlie.
I got to pop out, but you guys carry on. All right. See you later.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
How do we end the live?
I like the fact that at the beginning, I don't know how we're going to turn this off. I like the fact that at the beginning she's actually being a mum. That's the first time really she's being a mum. The rest of it, she was just moaning about it or getting other people to do it. And I think that was really cool because it was nice to see it. So because I'm really funny with actors' names. I always learn the actors' names as I'm watching a show, and that's just a thing with like actors and directors as well. But I noticed Alex's name in the credits, so that was like, oh my god, because I didn't remember that we were going to see Alex. So when I saw her name in the credits, I was like, yes,
and this is the first appearance of Alex, right?
Yeah. And I think that was deliberate, the way they just had this sudden thing that was like she'd say something like, "You've got to get out of here" or something, and then that was it. She was gone. She was there in her vision for about 2 seconds each time, and then if you're like as MJ's new to it, you're like, "What was that?" And then obviously at the end of the episode, it's answered just from Russo's face when she says it, and that was really lovely as well because her face was just like, and she says before that, she says, "Well, you're not the only one who's not found what you were looking for," didn't she? Because she was hoping to see Alex.
And when Alex was telling her, you need to leave now because they're going to do surgery and take your baby out of you. Like, how many people were in that operating room with like scrubs and gear on? There had to be like 7.
Yeah.
And then who's the dude that was talking to Ethan outside of the room? And then Claire saw him, and then he like shut the door.
You didn't recognize him?
You didn't recognize
Was
him?
it Tom?
Yeah.
Because he had white hair, and the only time I saw Tom was when he was lit by the torch. And
he had the
fake beard on.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why he did it. Yeah. So that's what he actually looks like. That was interesting as well. Hey,
not impressed.
I don't think he's there for glamour, that particular character.
Yeah, but why do they want the baby? Why do they want the baby? We should just make new lost thumbnails. It's a lost thumbnail.
One thing I did want to mention that I was pretty impressed with in this episode is Michael Emerson, who plays
Henry Gale.
Henry Gale. He didn't know when he was playing in these episodes whether he was Henry Gale or whether he was an other. They didn't tell him. And
really?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. And so
Henry Gale is not an other, or Henry Gale is an other?
Well, he didn't know. He didn't know where his character was going. all he knew was what was in the script, and so he played it, as it was in the script.
Okay.
And the people who were running Lost were very, very impressed with his performance. Let's put it that way.
Well, yeah,
And-
he got awards, right?
Yeah. So, yeah, he stuck around. Yeah.
I thought it was interesting the way that they got Saeed to decide that he was lying. He said he would remember how and where his wife was buried.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Absolutely.
he kind of
Yeah.
loses it. It kind
Yeah.
of becomes personal there for a sec.
Yeah.
Because when Jack is like, it's not, don't make it personal or something. And then at first he kind of keeps it cool, but then there's that thing about Shannon there.
Yeah.
Kind of loses it.
But he's 100% accurate,
Yeah.
Like you can't talk about your wife if she died on the island and you're not emotional about it. Like, you're not being honest. Like you don't have to be a torturer to find that out.
Yeah.
If only NJ was on the island, you would have gotten all the answers
They
you
would
needed.
be off the island by now. They would have been rescued by now, MKV.
You sound like Trump saying he was going to end the Israel.
On
No,
day one.
do not
Day one.
put that with my name, please, or I will leave this program immediately. Got it? Are we clear? This is politics free, man. No, I would be smart enough to gather enough resources. We wouldn't be in the situation that we would be in. We wouldn't.
Instead, we're stuck with Jack and Locke. Damn it.
Yeah. But
Who
yeah.
are the smart characters on the island?
There's smart and there's intelligent. Which one do you want to go with?
Who are the intelligent characters? 'Cause I'd say Saeed and Jack are definitely intelligent.
Yeah, but Jack is hampered though by his need to be in control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
anger all the time, isn't he, as well?
Go ahead.
He was brilliant. He was brilliant in these episodes, by the way. Particularly that as the button is going off, and he's like, he was so good.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jack has a skill set that no one else has. That
Being
makes
a
him
doctor.
valuable. That makes him more of a leadership. Is he smart? I don't know. I'm not sold on that. I think Locke is smarter than Jack.
He's volatile. Jack's definitely volatile.
He's an ass.
I think Locke has more. I mean, I said it kind of about the previous episode. I think he has more what's it called? He has more book smarts, but Jack does need to be a leader even when he's in surgery and he's, telling nurses what to do. So he does actually have hands-on experience being a leader beyond the, surgical skills. Whereas Locke, I think he's just like, okay, he read about it for his walkabout. So he sort of knows what he's supposed to do, but he's never really actually done it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is his chance to live his dream, if you like. The person he wanted to be when he was on the island.
I think he does sort of a good job in season 1, and then as we can see in season 2, when it's getting a little tough, he can get easily manipulated.
Yeah.
He's kind of going downhill right now.
Well, I think the thing with Locke and Jack is that they're both very, very intelligent, but they are both hampered by their baggage.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of characters on this show. They have
a lot of people.
Yeah, we have all of this baggage and all these hang-ups, and so it gets in the way of their intelligence or their logical thinking or whatever, and they become subject to their weaknesses, like Locke is in this episode, and you see that in Locke, now and again, but he's he's a fascinating character. I continue to love that character in this show because there's so much to him.
Yeah.
And that just continues. And the whole Jack Locke thing that's going on is such a great antagonistic relationship. And I just love that the whole through line of the relationship through the show. And particularly
they almost act like a foil to each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
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 It kind of anchors the show, doesn't it? In a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the show is about a lot of things, right? It's about all of these different characters, all these broken characters that, have to kind of find themselves in a way. But Jack and Locke, that's kind of a through line through the whole show. And if you had to boil the show down to one thing, it's kind of their relationship and where it goes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But there's just so much going on in this show, though. There's just so many different relationships and things. But that is the major one.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, if I had to pick the most intelligent character right now, I would go with Saeed.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to ask if neither Jack or Locke were in charge, which other character would you pick?
I would pick Saeed.
Saeed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah,
Saeed,
probably.
and also Sun, because she's the only one who had the presence of mind of saying, hey, food might be sparse. Let's try to grow something. Even if it doesn't work out, it's better than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And also the other character who's clearly really, really intelligent, but is hampered by his baggage and his issues is Sawyer.
Vincent?
Who's clearly really, really smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vincent is smart too. I'm going to give him credit.
Vincent is chilling.
I'm still waiting for
Vincent
Vincent's
is living his
flashback.
life.
Yeah, Vincent's backstory coming up is well good.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. What was his mama like?
I'm telling you, I think we need a whole show with just Vincent and a GoPro and just redo the whole thing just from
The
Vincent's
entire
POV.
thing through Vincent's eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would watch that.
There'll be about 3 weeks of him just going around the woods before he came
Yeah,
back.
just sniffing stuff.
Think of all the things he'd see. He'd be chasing smoke monsters everywhere. He'd
Yeah.
be finding different hatch lids.
Finding all the polar bears.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. So what we often have a look to see what ones are coming up. Have you guys got
Yes.
access to,
I think one of the next episodes' name is Dave.
It's Dave. Dave's coming up, I think.
Okay, the next
We're gonna watch
3
Dave.
episodes, we get The Whole Truth.
Ooh.
Right.
Is episode 16.
Don't remember that one.
Episode 17 is Lockdown.
Yeah, I remember that one.
With an E.
No, but it might as well have.
It might as well have been.
It could have
Might as
been.
well have an E. And episode 18 is Dave.
Dave.
How many episodes are in this season? It feels like we're getting close. Is it 25?
24.
I
It
think
has
it's
24.
Okay.
Yeah, the finale I think
Wow.
is in 3 weeks or 3 or 4 weeks or something. Yeah.
Do we have one of those blocks where we have to watch like 4 episodes and not 3? Like, is it going to be like a two-parter finale or whatever?
Well, the finale is the finale is 2 episodes.
How does
It's-
it work with the threes, Mike? We're like, if you look at where we are, is it like 3, 3, and then 4?
So we've got 16 to 18 is our next block. We have 19, 20, and 21. And so it should work out because then there's 22, 23, and 24.
Okay.
So we should be fine. Yeah.
Wow.
Cool. So we'll be
2
at the end of season
seasons
2
already.
soon.
And I have to say, I remember like the season 3 premiere perfectly, but I do not remember at all the season 2 finale. I remember things that happened, but I don't remember exactly when they happen. I think there's something important that happens.
Yeah, I remember one major
There's
thing.
one thing I remember, but I don't remember where it happened. But everything else I don't remember. So it should be interesting to watch it again.
I think in the next 3, we start seeing the storyline that leads to the finale.
Yeah.
In the next 3,
Yeah.
which might be, what was the first one called? Was the one coming up? What's
Dave?
next week's one? No, that's the 3
The third
episodes.
one.
The next one, the one immediately after.
There was Lockdown?
No, the one before that.
Hold on. Before lockdown?
Yeah,
The next one is The Whole Truth.
the whole
The Whole
truth.
Truth. Okay.
No,
Ooh.
But yeah, I know where the finale. Well, I remember this one massive thing in the finale, so I do remember that. But I don't remember a lot about how season 3 pans out. So some of that would be.
Where's
Yeah.
Desmond?
Yeah, I know.
Well,
We're all missing Desmond. Yeah.
I'm desperately missing Desmond because I thought a lot of what happened looking back, I thought a lot of what happened in season 3 happened in season 2,
Yeah,
but it doesn't.
yeah.
Season 3.
Yeah,
So
I thought
I think a lot of
Desmond
that
was all over season 2.
I did too, but he's in season 3, you know?
I did
Like,
I thought I
isn't he
remembered-
worried about the hatch and like
You
people?
would think.
Yeah, like doesn't he
Yeah,
want to
but
check
he-
on them or come back for a shower or listen to his music again?
You
He
know,
was like, well, you can do that. I'm off, because he's had
To
to
be-
do it constantly. He had a chance to escape, didn't he?
I honestly think he just left and figured 108 minutes later it didn't blow up. So he's like, all
We're
right, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I'm
like,
off the
we're
boat.
obviously pushing the button. I'm good. I can finally get out of here.
Oh, I honestly think he's like, well, whether they pushed it or not, I don't care, but nothing happened. So
Yeah. But I remember season 3 starts really strong, and I know it ends just by destroying you. But and there's a lot of good stuff in season 3,
Yeah, season 3.
I think. But it's like looking back, like when does all of this stuff happen? I really thought a lot of what happens in season 3 happened in season 2, and just like season 1, a lot of the stuff that's happened so far in season 2 has been a lot more stretched out than I thought. You know, it takes a long time in the show for the little bits that you get.
Yeah, to set up the little plot points and all that.
Right.
Yeah, I get that.
There are some things I thought would have happened by now that haven't happened.
Yeah, like this last episode with Claire, I thought that happened much earlier.
Hey.
hi, Dave.
Just in time for
Dave.
closing.
We're talking about so the next episodes, one's called The Whole Truth. The next one's called, after that's called Lockdown, which you probably remember. And the one after that is called Dave.
That's the best episode of the whole series, from what I recall.
It's not.
I didn't know
Dave
you
Olive,
crashed
like
on
it
the
could be called.
island.
I need to react. No, but do you remember? You're not just, that's not a joke about your name. You remember it, right? You remember the episode Dave.
I don't. No.
Oh,
Good.
okay.
It's so good.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so our next conversation should be interesting.
Yeah.
But I certainly thought that these last few episodes were pretty excellent.
Yeah, I thought they were good episodes.
I thought the previous 3 were kind of altogether kind of duds compared to this. Yeah, they're kind of meh. Yeah,
Except for the
I
Mr.
agree.
Echo episode. I think
except for the Mr. Echo
Oh,
episode.
episode
Yeah,
was
that was
good.
amazing.
Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah, 2 bad ones after that, and then
Yeah.
these 3 have been good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, if I was watching the series again, knowing how it plays out, I would feel so frustrated, not thinking that this didn't happen by now. Like just waiting.
Yeah,
Because everything
there's
is
a
like
bit of that.
moving. Everything is moving in slow motion because you guys have all 6 seasons locked in.
Yeah.
At least a little bit. Like you have an
Yeah,
idea,
yeah.
depending on how many times you watch the series. But for me, it's still I have no idea what's going on still. So every episode there's something. But I get it where you would think that it's just taking so long to get to this next huge plot point. Like
No, but I don't think it's
want to be there.
because Mike was saying it's stretched, but I don't know. Tell me, Mike, if you mean the same thing, because I feel like it's stretched as far as what we remember is taking longer.
Right.
It doesn't feel stretched as in we're bored and we hope.
No, there's just so much. This show is so dense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
just so much going on this show.
Character
that-
development.
Yeah, after 20 something years, because I only watched these episodes, I've only seen each one of them once when they were broadcast. That's the only time I saw them. I never saw them on DVD. I never saw reruns or nothing. I just saw each one once when it was broadcast. And so trying to remember things, I only remember the highlights,
Yeah.
And
So
looking back, there's so much stuff I forgot, just so much stuff.
So you don't feel like it's stretched in that sense. You just
No.
yeah.
There's a lot of like, oh my, like you remember it once you start seeing it. It's like, oh my God, I remember this now. There's a lot of that going on. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah.
I'm hoping to see some explanations or things that will make me like some of the things I didn't like more. But I don't know if I will see that, because I think some of that stuff I think they genuinely made some stuff up as they went along. So
they had to.
I think the later stuff, especially because I've found some things out now about how it worked, as far as them thinking they were going to get this many seasons and then they got that many seasons instead and stuff like that. Because I've heard about that, then that definitely confirms that some things they weren't going to carry on, some things they were going to do slightly differently. So
and they had to change things because actors left when they didn't know that those actors were leaving. I mean, TV show stuff happened.
Yeah. But the difference between that and Babylon 5, right? Talk about Babylon 5 for a minute. Like, no, because it's a good comparison.
Segue.
That's the next one. That's the next one, Garrett.
Yeah.
It's like a year down the road.
It's a good comparison because J.M. Straczynski wrote the entire 5 seasons before he started filming, and then one of the actors, actually he decided to let one of the actors go, who was the main character. So they had to change that, and then there's a couple of other people that left in between, but he kept the story the same. Whereas I don't think that's true for Lost, because they had more seasons than they wanted, and Babylon 5 was always going to be 5 seasons. They almost had only 4 seasons. They managed to get another season, but it was always going to be 5. Whereas with this series, it's different because they had more than they wanted. So they wanted only three seasons.
I've seen quite a bit about Lost, and so I with Lost, they had some major stuff that they knew, like Jack's eventual, what happens with the character of Jack, for example. They knew from the very beginning. Yeah. Right. That whole Jack Locke thing, they knew that's how that was going to go. Yeah. But they didn't know how long the show was going to go on. Yeah. Originally thought, when they first started, they thought it was only going to be going for a season, and then it may be that, and then it would get canceled. Then it became a huge hit, and then the ABC didn't want to end it. So they're like, well, can you just go 10 years? And they're like, no, we can't. Yeah. But by season 3, they got the end date from ABC. Okay, this is going to go 6 seasons. Yeah. So once they got the end date, they were able to go, okay, this is going to happen here. But up to that point, they were just like, okay, how can we make this story work?
Yeah. How can we make this weirder?
Yeah, exactly. How do we carry on the weird for 10 years if it's really going to go on for that long? But eventually, as soon as they got what they wanted, which was the cutoff date. Yeah. This thing has to end. It has to have an ending. And
but
so then
that's why that is a character of the show, isn't it? The fact that they had to write differently according to what they knew about that kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think some of this season, you see some of that floundering a bit in the last few episodes we just got through. You know, you could kind of sense that, okay, we don't know how long this is going to go on. So what are we going to do with these characters? And I think some of that was going on in the middle of season 2. But by season 3, they were like, okay, we know where we're going to go. You know?
Mm-hmm. I think you can tell on the writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there are a couple genuinely terrible episodes of Lost that I remember.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there's some we haven't seen yet.
Yeah. You'll know them when we get to them.
Yeah.
There are at least there are at least 2 episodes. There are at least 2 episodes that are like legendarily bad. Oh, right. That have reached status of legends of just being so awful.
How far off is that one with the couple?
Is that season 3? I think it might be season
3 or 4.
It might be season 4. It might be season 4.
Oh.
Yeah, it's bad.
Oh no, it's early season 3. Ugh.
There's a lot of good in season 3 as well.
I just remembered exactly when it is.
Right. Yeah. But it is amongst some good ones, so you know.
I think we'll know when we ask, what are we watching next week? And then you'll hear 4 people go,
I'll be like, what? What's wrong? What did
you're MJ, when we say what's next, you think, I don't care what these episodes are called. What are you doing? We do recognize something.
MJ isn't. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think it would be cool to have a to look at all the books when we're done with the project, to go back and look at all the books that were in the show.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
should.
read them.
You could create an interesting reading project if you did
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
that would be cool.
Yeah. So MJ has not seen it. This is her 1st time. Michael and I have seen it once before. Gareth has seen it almost the whole thing twice. And Celeste has already seen it 6 times. This is her 7th time through.
I've been alive the least amount of time and I've seen it the most.
Yes.
Good use of my
Next 3
time.
episodes are banger.
Yeah.
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 Ooh, they're bangers. Okay.
Yeah. I remember Lockdown and Dave. I don't remember the whole truth yet, but yeah.
It's just started.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, that's a save. I love Fringe.
Well,
Oh,
Fringe
I love
Fringe
What's
was made by the same
Fringe?
people, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
JJ. Mhm.
Yeah, J.J. Abrams.
Yeah.
What's
It came
Fringe?
off the success of
Oh,
Lost.
it's so good. It's like X-Files, but next level with more
Ooh.
physics. So good.
That's really cool. I'm rewatching the X-Files with my dad right now. So
Oh, cool.
and then
Oh,
jump to
awesome.
Fringe. Oh, that'd be
Mhm.
wonderful.
I'll keep it in mind.
It's really good.
You got me curious about this Dave.
Yeah, I
Dave
can't
was,
believe
Let
you got-
me spoil
you-
it.
Dave was
you
an
see-
early episode?
if you see Dave's face, you'll be like, "Oh my god, I remember it all now."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just put in Dave image search. Dave
Are
from
you
Lost.
spoiling it, Dave? I'm watching your face intently.
To spoil it from his face. You've got to.
Oh, he's
No,
changing.
it's
you don't
still,
recognize his face.
that's still not ringing a bell. No,
It's been too long.
I
Been too
guess.
long.
Is it me or does Dave look like Dave?
I think Dave is Dave.
Wait, what?
They look alike,
Are
right?
we have doppelgangers going on?
I think she's.
I think
she's
Dave
making a
was in the
comment about
show for
your
real.
receding hairline, Dave. I think that's a bit cruel.
Wait, what?
Celeste is having a go about your hair. I don't think that's nice because he doesn't really look like you, Dave.
Sort of.
yeah.
Well, if you squint your eyes.
Don't worry, Dave. I've got locks haircut, so you're doing better than me.
If I squint my eyes, MJ looks like Dave.
What?
But yeah, it's great. And Lockdown.
Lockdown has so much lore behind it. It's crazy.
I'm watching that one tonight.
The whole
Lockdown?
truth first. The whole
That's
Oh,
the
truth.
wait,
second
whatever. What's
episode.
first? What's first?
The whole truth.
The whole
With
I'm
Help
truth.
to
watching that
remember.
one.
Find
Yeah,
out
I
about the whole truth first.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
watch it too, but it's 11:30. So well, I still got time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The title is total bull, though, because you don't get the whole truth, I'm sure.
No, I'm
It's
sure.
lost, isn't it? Yeah.
False
Yeah.
advertising classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think on my DVD box set, The Whole Truth has some bonus features on it. So I
Oh,
might get some
nice.
commentary.
Commentary.
Cool.
I love the fact you got the commentaries as well. Do
Yeah.
you watch them all when they come up? Do you watch them?
Yeah. Well, so I watch the episode as is, and then I rewatch it with the commentary.
Was
Because
there
So
one-
when
we'll
the
get
commentary is
we'll
on,
get
you
a
can't hear
commentary
anything.
report next week. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Was there a commentary for the Claire one?
No,
Oh,
it was just the last one on the because there are 4 episodes per DVD,
right.
so it was just the last one.
Okay.
Hmm.
Cool.
Well, I got to cut out, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
It's time.
I'll
All right.
catch you next time. Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Till
Bye.
next week.
We'll be meeting after
Bye.
Christmas. So happy Christmas, everybody.
Yeah,
Yes.
happy Christmas or
Yeah.
Yeah, Merry
Hanukkah
Christmas.
or Kwanzaa, whatever. Solstice is
Great.
today.
Feliz
Woo.
Navidad.
That's
Merry whatever.
Merry
Happy
whatever.
Christmas.
Christmas.
Woo-hoo.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Namaste.
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 I remember to say it